A new Wordle puzzle is online. Click on the link to play.
Listening to the following video may give you clues. Please like and share the videos.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrives in Denmark for second India-Nordic Summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on an official visit to Europe, including a stop in Denmark to meet his Danish counterpart Mette Frederiksen.
In addition to the meetings with European leaders, the visit will include bilateral discussions with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz. It will also include a private tour of Denmark's Marienborg residence.
While in Denmark, the two leaders will review the progress of their Green Strategic Partnership, which was first established during a virtual summit in September 2020. It will be translated into a 5-year action plan during Frederiksen's upcoming India visit in October 2021.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Europe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a 2-day visit to Germany, Denmark and the Netherlands.
The visit is aimed at promoting bilateral relations between the two nations. PM Modi is expected to discuss India's stance on Ukraine with EU leaders.
He will also meet German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in Berlin. The two leaders are expected to discuss progress on the Green Strategic Partnership between the EU and Denmark.
Following the visit to the Netherlands, PM Modi will visit France. He will spend 1 day in France, where he will meet French President Emmanuel Macron.
The two leaders will discuss the Indo-French strategic partnership and other issues of common interest. France and India have diplomatic relations dating back 75 years, and PM Modi and President Macron will review progress in bilateral ties.
PM Modi will also address the situation in Ukraine and other regional issues. While in Germany, PM Modi is expected to meet German Chancellor Olaf Scholz.
He is also expected to meet his Danish counterpart, Mette Frederiksen. The two leaders are expected to discuss a range of global issues and bilateral cooperation.
Scholz has also invited the Indian PM to attend the G7 summit in Germany in June. The visit to France is scheduled to conclude on Wednesday with a meeting between PM Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron.
In Germany, PM Modi met Chancellor Scholz and was welcomed with warm words. He discussed the importance of a free trade agreement with the European Union, reaffirming India's commitment to pursuing that goal.
Modi will also meet members of the Indian diaspora in Germany, which numbers over 200,000 people. Ultimately, the visit will help chart the course for Indo-German ties in the future.
PM Modi is due to arrive in Copenhagen shortly and will meet with Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen. Later, he will participate in the second India-Nordic Summit and address the Indian community.
During his visit, PM Modi will also meet many heads of state, including Iceland's Katrín Jakobsdóttir and Norway's Jonas Gahr Støre. His visit will also include talks with Finland's Sanna Marin and Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson.
Visit to Germany. Following an exciting three-nation European tour, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left Germany for Denmark.
He will meet Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen and participate in the second India-Nordic Summit, in Copenhagen. The two leaders will discuss the progress made in the country's Green Strategic Partnership with Denmark.
The three-nation tour will be the first to bring the two countries closer together in Berlin. PM Modi will hold bilateral talks with German Chancellor Scholz, who assumed office in December 2021.
The two leaders are expected to exchange views on global developments and the progress of bilateral relations. The two countries have deep diplomatic relations and are members of the European Union.
They first established diplomatic relations after World War I in May 2000. The two countries signed a strategic partnership.
In 2011, they also launched a dialogue mechanism, the Intergovernmental Consultations, IGC. Modi's visit will mark the 6th IGC.
On Monday, PM Modi will arrive in Berlin at 9:30 am. He will then participate in the 6th India-Germany Intergovernmental Consultations at the Federal Chancellery, attend a press conference, and attend a business roundtable at the Commerzbank.
He will conclude his visit with a reception at Theater am Potsdamer Platz. In addition to meetings with German leaders, PM Modi is expected to meet members of the Indian community in Germany.
In addition to meetings with European leaders, the Indian Prime Minister will also meet German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Danish Prime Minister Frederiksen. At the meeting, The two leaders will review the progress of the green strategic partnership between the two countries.
PM Modi will discuss India's trade policies with the European Union and with the leaders of other Nordic countries. This trip will be a significant opportunity for India to demonstrate its commitment to pursuing its trade and investment interests with Europe.
A recent crisis in Ukraine has led to high oil prices and shortages of food grains and other basic commodities. India is concerned about the humanitarian implications of the conflict.
Germany, which is currently the G7 rotating presidency, has invited PM Modi to attend the meeting and discuss the situation in Ukraine. The visit will also highlight India's efforts to maintain a diplomatic balance with the European Union and Russian allies.
It is possible that the Indian leader will be invited to the G7 summit in June. Visit to Denmark.
The Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, has arrived in Denmark on his second leg of a three-nation Europe tour. He will hold talks with his Danish counterpart, Mette Frederiksen, and participate in the second India-Nordic summit.
The Prime Minister of India will also meet Queen Margrethe II of Denmark during his stay in Denmark. PM Modi will hold talks with Frederiksen on trade and investment.
On the second day of his three-nation European tour, PM Modi met Denmark's Queen Margrethe II, attended a roundtable organized by the India-Denmark Business Council, and met with the Danish Indian community. PM Modi received a warm welcome from PM Frederiksen at the Copenhagen airport and then had a private tour of the Danish Prime Minister's residence.
The two leaders also held delegation-level discussions on progress made in the Green Strategic Partnership, a landmark agreement between the two countries. They will also meet Queen Margrethe II in person and address an Indian community event in Copenhagen.
PM Modi's visit to Denmark is a chance to strengthen India's ties with the Nordic region. During his time in Denmark, PM Modi will also meet other Nordic countries' leaders and discuss various issues of common interest.
The summit aims to strengthen economic ties between India and the Nordic nations, including green partnerships and mobility in the Arctic. Further, it aims to improve mutual understanding and cooperation among the three countries.
The visit will also be an opportunity for the two countries to identify new elements of their partnership. Some of the priorities for the visit include shipping, agri-technology, and mobility.
In addition to this, the two countries signed a new Sustainable Development Agreement and a joint declaration on clean energy. Further, both countries also signed an agreement on the establishment of an India-Danish Business Council.
Meeting with Danish counterpart Mette Frederiksen. On his two-day visit to Denmark, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi held delegation-level talks with his Danish counterpart Mette Frederiksen.
The two leaders also engaged in bilateral engagements ahead of the second India-Nordic summit. Frederiksen will visit India in October 2021.
The two nations have deepened bilateral ties over the past decade. In their talks, PM Modi and his Danish counterpart Mette Frederiksen discussed issues including India-EU relations, the Indo-Pacific, and Ukraine.
He also discussed India's role in the region, noting that more than 200 Danish companies are active in the Indian market, taking advantage of India's reforms. During the meeting, the two leaders urged for a ceasefire in the Ukraine and a return to dialogue and diplomacy to solve the conflict.
While in Denmark, PM Modi will meet the Indian community and participate in the India-Denmark Business Forum. He is also scheduled to meet Denmark's Queen Margrethe II and attend an India-Denmark business roundtable.
During his stay in Denmark, he is also expected to interact with the country's Indian community, which numbers 16,000 people. At the second India-Nordic summit, PM Modi and Frederiksen discussed bilateral cooperation on economic and security issues.
The India-EU Free Trade Agreement, as well as bilateral cooperation in the Arctic region were discussed. The two leaders also reviewed the India-European Free Trade Agreement, TIFTA.